So what's your favourite pairs at the moment? So you've got 30 or so. Have you got a few that you're always regularly going to? Are they the major ones that you look at? Or is there one in there that maybe people don't watch so often you think it's quite a good little pair to look at?
I have to admit, I quite like the Australian, the New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably two of my favourite pairs.
So AUD, NZD, or
yeah, only the correlated.
Against AUD, USD.
Yeah, some of them are correlated. But I have to admit, I do quite like the Australian New Zealand one, because that particular pair tends to avoid any major US news or any major European news.
Yeah. So you take the euro out of it, take the USD out of it,
dollar out of it.
you're just left with those two.
Now, I have to admit, they're a bit boring.
I was going to say, the volatility is a little bit...
They're a bit boring. But if you can get in a trend on those, they'll trend. Those are the type of pairs that you can just leave.
Yeah.
All right? Fine, there's no huge volatility, but I've seen it time and time and time again with that pair. They'll just trend, they'll just go. Nice and slowly, fine. You could just leave them alone.
Yeah.
All right? And the rest of the world is going nuts. All right? Stock market's going wild, Donald Trump's opening his mouth, Draghi's opening his mouth. Those two couldn't care less.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Yeah.
They'll do what they want to do, and they'll just ignore everybody else.
Because it's just two countries sort of sitting over there, just doing their own differential thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. So you won't get many. I assume you don't get many setups on those pairs, but when you do, they're worth paying attention to. So what's your go-to kind of stuff that you look at every day? Is it the mains like Euro, US dollar, GBP, USD? How about Yen?
I quite like the Yen. I quite like the Swissie.
Which Yen pair do you like? USD, JPY, or GBP, JPY? It's a bit of a animal, is it, from time to time?
It can be. I'll have to admit, I do at the moment tend to avoid the pound.
Okay. Just because of Brexit at the moment and news spiking it.
Yeah, it's just any of the politicians open their mouth and off goes the pound.
And it could ruin
So-and-so's resigned, off it goes. So no, I just tend to ignore the pound. I haven't traded the pound for quite some time. Unless there's a nice setup and it's a reasonably quick setup, it won't be a particularly long trade.
So you've got not much vulnerability with the news ruining the thing.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely, yeah.
Would you say that's probably a common, if there's news flow on a pair or on a country, I guess, that you'd avoid that specific pair? So like if there's news flow spiking USD around for some whatever reason, you'd say, well, I'll avoid that because it's...
If trade setup happens, but the news is out on that day, then I won't take the trade.
Right.
I'll let the news happen and then see what's happened.
To see if there's a supply-demand imbalance after
Yeah. If I'm, and I have been, if I'm in a trade where high-impact news comes out, i.e. NFP, it'll depend if I can get my stop loss moved to break even.
Okay, so you'll hold over econ data, but you'll want a good cushion.
Yes.
First.
Yeah. If I've been in a trade, let's say I've been in a trade for a week and it hasn't done a huge amount for that week, and then all of a sudden one of those pairs has high impact news on it, then I'll make the decision, say, right, well, can I get my stop loss to break even? Or if I'm up quite a bit, then I'll probably move my stop loss quite close. Fine, I've got the chance of being taken out with the news, but I'm prepared to accept it.
Yeah.
Because you never know what the news is going to be.
No, yeah. Yeah, so, accepting the risk, isn't it? And saying, okay,
yeah.
It might work in my favour, I'm prepared to take it.
Yeah, because if you trade news, for as far as I'm concerned, 50% of the time you'd be right, 50% of the time you'd be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't see the point in being in it.
No,
For me personally,
I
don't see the point.
No, yeah.
Long term, that's probably, the first couple of times you might actually win, and you'll think you're a god amongst traders. Long term, I personally think it would be 50-50.
Yeah. Would you hold stuff? Do you hold stuff over the weekend?
Yeah.
Happy to do that.
Oh yeah, I've got no issues holding over the weekend whatsoever.
Yeah. You don't use guaranteed stops or anything like that. You just use your normal stops.
Use normal stops. Very rarely do you get news over the weekend. Occasionally you might get unexpected news, but I don't have an issue holding stuff over, none whatsoever. Especially if the trade's working out in my favour.
And your position size isn't crazy anyway.
No.
It's not going to wipe you out.
No.
SNB, maybe.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm quite. I'll hold it overnight over the weekends. I'm not.
Were you trading the SNB? The
No.
not your Swissies. Weren't involved in that one that time.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't involved that time.
It was doing nothing, though, wasn't it? It was one of those trades that was so slow,
Yeah.
and nothing was happening. And then the peg was like, just pulled the plug out of the swimming pool. Everyone just went down the plug hole.
There was a big plug hole as well.
There was a big plug hole.
Quick.
Yeah, it was a big plug hole. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people never came back out of it, did they?
No, they didn't. No.
No, that's interesting because it's a rarity, isn't it? I mean, we don't see it that often, but
I mean, we had it in January. I was trading a risk off trade with the yen just in December. Stock market's going nuts. Everybody's running off to the yen, so I'm buying the yen. Come the 2nd of January, I'm back in the market. I closed everything out for Christmas. 2nd of January, I've got 3 or 4 trades on, quite small positions, doing the same trade, or seeing if the same trade is there, seeing whether there's still some steam left in the yen. And there was a flash crash, 2nd of January. And boy, did that go. Really went, just instant.
yeah,
And that has partly been the trouble for this year.
little mini.
Flash crash, and then everything's just slowed down. The volatility. Whether I'm not bothered whether that caused it or not, but ever since then, it's just been the effects have been really sticky. But it was one of those flash crashes that if you hadn't had a stop loss, you'd have lost the account on it. You were talking 400, 500, 600 pips like that, and
It's a big move, isn't it?
It is a big move. I mean, you'll get over weekends, you'll get gapping. It's fairly rare with FX. Biggest ones I've seen are usually probably about 50, 60 pips. They're not monstrous.
No. Unless there's an overhang of news that everyone knows about, like an election or something, where in which case you
if it's high impact news,
you should be aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah.